Good morning, guys. It is about 7:40 in the morning. Look at how these swolled up. Look at the peas. They took over the whole jar. Just enough room in the top. Anyway, so they were soaking overnight. We're just going to dump these. And then just rinse them. Let me take this off. Rinse them out a couple of times. These things, I mean, right to the top they filled up. Wow. Okay, so now that they've been rinsed a couple of times, let's go set them on my germination rack. Alright, there we go. We're going to let them sit there for a couple hours and then we will plant. Bubba, so what did we just do?
We just put water in the seeds, and then we're gonna froze them tomorrow.
All right. So see you later.
See you later. I bet you'll have a good time at your house doing video.
All right. So while we're waiting, we might as well just fill up the trays with the soil. So I just use this little coffee can thing. Okay, so now let's try my new little board punch I made, my sand tapper.
That looks perfect. Okay, you're almost done. Ooh,
Perfect.
Perfect.
I need to trim a little bit more off of this. It's still a little too wide.
Ooh, a little.
Like over here.
Yeah, it's a little too wide.
Doesn't go in easy. But that's great. Alright. So there you go, guys. Now
we got
the trays are all nice and filled. The soil is packed down on a nice even surface. So
we flattened it.
What's that?
We even flattened it, and then we gotta make holes for seeds and then garden it and wait till they grow.
Yep. So what we're gonna do now, Bubba, is we're gonna wait for a couple of hours. We're going to let those seeds over there just kind of sit there and germinate a little. And then we're going to plant 2 of those trays. See you guys at 10 o'clock when we do the planting. Yep, right now it is 8 o'clock, so they got 2 hours to kind of germinate a little. So it's right about 10 o'clock. We're getting ready to seed these 2 trays. I'm going to move these over because I don't want them getting wet when I water these. So let me get these out of the way. Let's try this. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm hoping it'll be ideal. Good job, Bubba.
I want to help. I want to help, Daddy.
Okay, so my first learning curve is this is just too much pressure, basically. When I poured it on there, all the soil just got stirred up and all that. So it kind of defeated the flattening process. So from now on, I think I'll continue to use my hand sprayer. And it just does a nice even mist. And puts out a lot of water, so I think that'll just be better in keeping the soil bed nice. So now we'll have to reflatten. So yeah, my preference now that I've used both of them is still my little sprayer here to gently water the soil without making it all divoted and stuff from the streams of this guy. So anyway, let's get into here. Maybe I should turn these lights off. Does that look a little better? I know my lighting in here kind of stinks, but let's seed it, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's get in a little bit closer. Alright, so we got sunflowers. We're going to do 2 big piles like that. Spread them around. I'll leave a little bit in the jar just in case we need to do something else with them. And you just pretty much spread them out. Want them kind of spaced out. You don't really want them stacked on top of each other, so just make sure you're getting a nice even coat of them. I think that's a pretty good coat. I don't want to get too crazy. I'm sure you could spend days just like trying to make sure it's nice and even, but let's leave it like that. let's grab my soil tapper. And we're just going to kind of press them down a little into that soil a little. Have them make good contact. There we go. And now let's do the peas. Again, it's amazing how much they swolled up like that. That is nuts. I've never done peas before. It almost feels like this seems like it's going to be a lot. But we're going to run with it because this is our trial. This is what we're doing. Note to self, I definitely got to put peas in a bigger jar next time because they're literally like stuck in the bottom over there. Let me see if I can get them out. Alright, so the peas are definitely easy to see. It feels like there's too many, but we'll just roll with it and see what happens. Okay, let's flatten them down with the tapper. Over the top there. Bam. Alright. Okay, so now we have the seeds laid out. We have them pressed in. Let's just go over a little bit. Just give them a little bit of water. Okay, now one thing I'm going to try this time, I saw it on microgreensfarmer.com, or on his YouTube I should say. He uses paper towel. This is the brown paper towel. I bought it at Publix. It is a 7th generation unbleached 100% recycled paper. So I'm saving some energy, saving water, and saving trees all at the same time. What we're going to do, he just lays paper towel over them, over the tray, and then he wets that down. So we're going to wet this down. Now we're going to put the peas right on top of the sunflowers. Grab 3 pieces of this paper towel. 1, 2, 3. Now that I know how many it takes. Lay that right over the top. And again, water. And now we're going to put another tray on top of that with some weight. I'm just going to take another flat, lay it on top of there. Now it's got holes in it, so we want to paper towel that to block them holes because we don't want any daylight getting through there. Put that down there. And then I'm just going to use these 5-pound dumbbells for right now and just set them on there. And that's it. So we got our 2 flats stacked with the sunflowers and the peas. Tomorrow morning, when I sow the salad mix and the radishes, I'm going to stack them right on top of here. So we'll be stacked 4 high for a couple days. That's how that's going to work. And them sunflowers, you really want to stack your sunflowers because they need to make that soil contact. They need to get their roots down in there a little deeper. So with stacking, it helps them have good soil contact. It helps them build the roots. Same with the peas. The peas like being stacked as well. So make sure you're stacking at least those 2. Those are going to stay on the bottom because sunflowers want more weight. Peas don't need as much weight. Then I'm going to put radishes that really doesn't need to be stacked. But on top I'm going to put the salad mix because that does not need any stacking. It's way too small of a seed. So tomorrow, after we plant the other seeds, we'll stack them. We'll have 4 high until Thursday, and then they'll all go under the lights. So anyway, real quick, I'm just going to show you how I clean and sanitize my trays as of right now. That's another process I want to up a little. I need to get a soak tank so I could soak them in a bleach water mixture or something like that to sanitize. But for right now, this is what I do. I have one of these brushes that you can buy at the dollar store. And I'll just take the trays, do a quick brush like that, just like that. Then we'll just hose them off. watering the bamboo at the same time. So basically now I'm just going to take this bleach water solution. I made it to about a 8-to-1 ratio of bleach, 1 part bleach, 8 parts water. And just going to spray them down. And again, this is where I want a soak tank to where I could just immerse them in the bleach water solution for a couple of minutes. But for right now, we're just going to spray them down with solution. And we're going to let them air dry. There you go. We got them stacked up. We got some holes there to let them all aerate, and we'll just leave them out here and let them air dry. And for right now, that's my process of cleaning and sanitizing the trays. Any suggestions? Is my ratio right on the bleach to water, about an 8-to-1? Does that sound good? Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions to make it easier, let me know. But anyway, today was pretty good. We got the seeds planted. We got the other trays cleaned and sanitized. So another good productive microgreens day. Alright, so a good day today. Alright, so the second day is done as far as microgreens. One thing I am going to do tonight is I'm going to pre-soak those trays, because it took a while for that water to sink into that mixture I have. So I'm going to have to revisit my soil mixture, because it was just a hassle. I had to wait literally another half hour or so just for that to finally absorb into that soil. It was just like sitting on top of it. So I got to revisit the soil situation. Any recommendations about soil, leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think, or what works for you, what absorbs better on the moisture. But so I'm going to pre-soak that tonight really good. That way in the morning when I get up, I'll wet it again, and hopefully it should be ready to go, because I'm not going to have time to do that in the morning before work. I just got to pre-moisten. I got to throw the seeds down, stack them up, and head out. So you guys have a good day anyway, and we will talk at you tomorrow maybe.